considering going for the fast base cap. Is that the reasoning behind the Version Gallery cap? It might just be.
So I expect that one team is just going to rush the hill, and I'm going to play the intro now.
Here we go.
Okay, so we can see that my team, the Dresseur, they're sending the pikes up towards the hill. They've mainly... Okay, I think it's a clear strategy. We're going to rush this hill. They pretty much have no focus, not even sending cav towards the flag on the low ground. What about your team, Dark Dust?
Let's see. Yeah, they're actually focused on the hill as well. Yeah, we're gonna see a full hill assault. I'm actually surprised by the amount of swords that I see on the island side, or what do we call it? Not the island side, the small hillside of the map next to the small passage.
Oh, it's the forest, patch. Yeah.
We have Hannibal infantry trying to rush up to the small fort, see what they can get done there. Cavalry scouting fortress.
Yeah.
Just spotting the Armenian scav coming in.
Naris is able to get a really effective charge. Well, not super effective, but it's the Vercingetorix versus the Arminius. So the fact that Naris gets the charge, yeah, he got the charge, and now he should be able to do some heavy damage to Azur's cav.
He is getting hit quite hard by the archers, but he should be able to start dodging arrows now. The elephants are coming in, but they are gonna have to start dealing with these javelins.
Yeah, the javelins able to get a couple shots towards the elephants.
I'm a little bit scared for the blue team. Or for the blue team, let me not say that confuses this a bit maybe.
Yeah. Just say Aquila.
Say Aquila indeed.
Yeah.
Aquila is finally moving their infantry up, but
wow.
It seems that the Dresseur hasn't been pushing their infantry up significantly either.
Yeah,
it's really an open field they're creating without anyone controlling the flags.
They've gone... Oh, so we talk about the fire not being used. There we go on the pikes, but it just means forces them a bit forward. But I've never seen a strat like this before. They're just guarding both flanks with pikes and then sitting the archers in testudo, like we sort of expected. But I don't think it's going to be as effective this time. Thor is able to get shots. Perhaps he should just back up and use from the shadows.
Feels like they actually have the tools this game to pick this apart.
Yeah, it shouldn't go like the last one, I think.
And they are already putting so much pressure. We can see the impact of the Scorched Earth. How much the units involved in that Scorched Earth that get damaged from those archers.
I wonder if they picked that cav just for this reason.
If not, they were definitely ready for boxes this time. Asir tried the sneaky move with this Armenian scav, but he gets around it so fast. Let's see if these three elephants can use this moment to get in this fight. They actually get it in a blob of 8 units.
So Rex also got a charge into LeJoy, who was silenced at the time, and is able to engage with him before he gets the pikes down. Destructor was able to force to retreat, and now Rex has got really good engagement onto the veterans of Trebia.
Aquila's Tenafos just comes in from the side with the units that were hidden in the fortress. See what he can do.
So
got the control back.
Pretty much, yeah. So far, Nomadics fighters, Javs, have done a really effective trade against the enemy Javs. They're destroying that front line. Oh my god, LeJoy and Destructor losing both units, and now they're backed up into a corner, and the range units are exposed.
It feels like the Dresseur is fighting for a little of wiggle room to work with.
I think it's essentially up to these elephants how much they've not been focused by the ranged units. So just until now, Nomadic fighters come over with the jabs, and he's going to try and kill them. But can the elephants get enough damage?
The base cap. They see this opportunity, and they're absolutely right. How are they gonna stop this one unit just capping their base? Right now, they're just stuck on this hill. If they start disengaging, who do they even start sending back?
Is the Armenius cav dead?
It seems like the cav already got taken. No, there is still one unit of Armenian cav, but they're on the wrong side of the map to deal with.
Yeah.
Now, the cav is not that fast, but this just shows in what kind of pickle they are, because they might need that cav to deal with range still alive.
So the point score is still very close. It could go to either team, but now the elephants are fighting each other. Drycurus has only got one elephant left, and he's just about to lose it. So that is going to be a really, really effective tool for Aquila being able to break down this this blob of Dresseur.
But okay.
Oh!
There we go. The French team still had a unit of spears in the back ready to decap.
Azor,
the kiting game has begun.
I think Azor was silenced and was not able to get the charge onto the Pneumatic's 3 Javs. If he could have done, that would have been huge for the Dresseur winning this game.
This is their last unit of Cav. They probably need to get this out safe if they want to have a shot at the late game.
Yeah, so now they're gone.
They are getting some movement. The last unit of Naris's Cav just charged in, thinking get away with some damage on those archers, but it looks like he overextended heavily and is losing that unit of cavalry. So they do open up their backside again. They do have to deal with that 1 unit of swords still coming at them, but they do have plenty of tools to deal with that. Maybe they should really focus on making sure they're getting out of this sticky situation. This is no longer a hill they can fight up against.
But half of the Aquila team is stuck on the hill. Yes, their range units are able to get some really good fire into the enemy team, but Destructor is holding off this choke point, not letting them come down. But he is silenced now, so being chased down.
Here comes Tannen in the side, 3 units of Hannibal infantry on the Javs, flanking the Romans. Let's see how much damage he can get in.
Yep, and at the same time, Rex was able to get into these pikes as they were running downhill with their backs turned.
They do have their pikes down, they're wiggling down, but the javelins are taken care of. This is not a fight they can win.
Naris is now circling around trackers, archers, and it decides to throw some fire and then probably going to back off before he takes too much damage from these archers. No, in fact he's going to try and circle around. He's got an opportunity to charge into these archers, and he has it. No, cripple shot just coming in, not an effective charge. But with both Versicavs, he's not going to die, and he's going to do a lot of damage to those archers.
Yeah, he did not use the fines yet, though. Now he did. Okay.
Okay, waiting until the last second.
Enough units to do some damage against his blob, but for sure he's holding them down, meaning that the rest of the team can run down and catch up with what's happening here. Red does not, or Red. Dresseur does not have the chance to actually get back in position, form a new line, give a good defense, because they really need to regroup. Battle is not over, it's actually quite close still in points.
So this actually gives Pneumatic Fighter the chance to get on towards the enemy infantry. As Azor comes in with a charge, manages to clip Pneumatic Fighter, but he just squirms away out of Azor's reach. So now it's down to how can Alexander Ross, with this couple of Germanicus infantry and trackers, manage to defeat the huge swarm of Aquila coming down the hill. And the elephant, which is both elephants are just getting into this blob, and they're not really able to effectively deal with it.
This is a cleanup at this point.
Yeah, at this point, Aquila have pulled away in points. It's not really that close anymore, and you can see it on the battlefield as well. They have nothing to do with these elephants.
The archers are getting caught by the infantry.
It seems like Aquila in the first game was surprised by the camping strategy that the enemy team brought, but decided this game we're not going to let that happen. We're going to bring all the counters. We're going to bring the Versicav for Scorched Earth, and we're going to bring range this time with Thor playing Barbarian Archers. They're not going to let them just camp it out.
The Verse and Gilderix pick to me was quite a magic pick in this particular matchup. The last pick versus Gilderix gave him quite some extra fuel on their fire for their strategy to work. They got exactly what they were expecting, it seems. This is the opposite thing happening from last game.
And Pneumatic Fighter has done so much damage on these javelins. You usually don't expect, after the constant nerf to Javs, for Javs to be your main DPS unit. But in this game, he was just able to effectively fire at the front line the entire game. He destroyed 2 units of 1 unit of spears, 1 unit of pikes. He destroyed the enemy's javelins, and also got some damage onto towards the archers. Pneumatic Fighter at the top of this hill, causing all of this death, all the bodies that you can see here, and carrying their game.
It's as you said, it's also perhaps the second Germanicus just enabling the potential of the Caesar to come out and do the damage he wants to do.